Hey, what's up, good people? Welcome back to Stock Up with Larry Jones. It was a bloody day today. It was a bloody day today, good people. And I made this video a few days ago saying, get ready now, get ready now. And I talked about something like this could happen. And I talked about preparing stop losses and that type of stuff, right? And so here we are. We're always one tweet away, good people. Just when you think you're out of the woods, here we go with another sweeping tariff threat. So here's what's going on right now. We're just going to get right to it. Trump puts an extra 100% tariff on China imports, adds import controls on crucial software. Okay. So this is what's going on, good people. This is what tanked the market earlier today. Trump says he will impose 100% tariff on China. All right. And it has to do with a rare earth deal. Okay. So we did some buying today. I want you guys to take the time and read everything that's going on. Of course, China is, our ships are coming in, we're being overtaxed, and we're going back and forth. It's this whole back and forth with China. All right. And, the market had already priced in that we were getting close to a China deal, right? And then we have the extra, 100% tariff war when when the market was, kind of pricing in that we were getting closer to a deal. Now we're further away from a deal. Then you compound that with the government being shut down. I literally just got off the plane and ran home. People are going to work without paychecks. Yeah, they're going to get them, Larry. I know. You go to work for any period of time without a paycheck, okay? And so all of that is weighing against the market, and it came down pretty hard today. Look at this. Look at the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ fell more than 800 points in a day. So the NASDAQ hit an all-time high today, and then when the tweet came out, it flushed, okay? So I took a few notes. We're going to go right through it. The NASDAQ hit an all-time high today and fell over 800 points to a 2-week low, all right? The NASDAQ fell more than 3.5% today, right? You can see that right there, 3.56%. The president is threatening new massive tariffs on China over rare earth deal while the government is shut down, right? Crypto also fell hard while gold held, right? Tech is the biggest. Tech is getting beat down, right? And especially companies like Qualcomm and Apple that have exposure to China. So these companies are getting shellacked. And what else is getting shellacked? Listen, crypto is getting shellacked, just beat down. 6.5% Bitcoin down today. Look at that. ETH is down 11%. BNB 12%. XRP absolutely tanked. 17%. We were looking at it before I got on the plane. It was 275 and 274, something like that. And now it's down to 232. Look at that. It is insane. Dogecoin is down 25%. Good people, today Dogecoin fell below, look at that. Dogecoin fell below 16 cents today. It's insane, right? But with all of this bad news, I believe there's a silver lining. Every time this happens, I believe that there was a lot of buying opportunities. I looked at the rare earths. I looked at MP. I looked at USAR. And we did some buying in money moves because this is the time that we have to be ready for. I always say, mark out your buys if the market tanks. Don't wait for the market to tank. Mark out your buys and have a list of what you would like to get into if the market tanks. So when the market does tank, two things I want you to have. And one is dry powder And the second is guts to buy. And so that's what I want you guys to continue to think about, right? And look, this was a blow. This is a hard blow. I'm trying to pull up some here. Let's just do this together. Let's look at the 200 day. Okay. Let's go to the hourly. And let's look at the 200-day moving average. So last time I said that, last time I showed this, someone said, Larry, you're doing this again. This is why I do it. And I want to caution you guys when I keep talking about something and some idiot comes in the comments section and says, we don't need to learn this. That's the one that's going to get you messed up. That's the fool that jumps out of the plane and then ask the instructor, how do you use this parachute? While he was goofing off when they was showing you how to use the parachute. I want to make you guys money. So I'm looking at the 200-day on the 1 hour, and you see these big spikes down, right? We don't even have to go to the daily. Look at this. Boom. Now, on the daily, we haven't hit the 200. We haven't hit the 200 EMA. Look at that. I'm going to add the 50 to that. So I'm adding the 50 to that. We haven't hit the 200 EMA. But depending on your time frames and what you're trying to do, if you go to the 4 hour, look at that. We are touching on the 4 hour. We are touching the 200-day moving average. You guys see that, right? I'm sorry. Yeah, that's the 200-day moving average, right? Let's take this off. But on the hourly, we're smashing below, right? And it depends on that's the Qs, which represents the NASDAQ, depending on what you're trying to accomplish with your investing. If you're long-term investing, these are some levels on especially some of your tech plays where you can actually simply buy, all right? And start to buy or dollar cost average and just hold, okay? And just hold, right? So now I'm just going over this live with you. I don't have anything else queued up. After this, I am going to jump on a live with Stocks with Josh. And so just look for me live with Stocks with Josh because we want to just dig into this and look at what could potentially happen and what's to come and where some opportunities are at. Let me pull up a rare earth. Let's pull up MP, which is a rare earth. Look at this. MP, which is a rare earth company, right? MP Materials was up today, went down afterwards, but now USAR was getting spanked like everything else was, right? Let me put that over here. USAR, which is a play that we're heavy into, was actually up today. Look at that. So we got USAR and we have USAR warrants. Now the warrants are past my buy range, but I did buy some today. All right, let's do this again. USAR warrants. I did buy some today, and we'll talk about that a little later. So these have been running all week. These have been running all week. These are rare earth companies. Look at that. In the last 5 days, USAR is up 20% and the warrants are up 26%. So you get a little premium on the warrants now, right? Though they're closing. But over the last month, 135 and 349. So I come bearing gifts in a bad news situation. So what I'm going to tell you is, and we're going to look at it when we go on with Josh, I want you to go back. I want you to go back to Liberation Day. And I want you to see what the levels were. I want you to look at the stock that you wish you had gotten because they call this the most hated V-shaped recovery before today. And I want you to look at that and I want you to start planning out what you're going to buy and where you're going to buy it. And then when that opportunity comes, like some of them did today and still are, then I want you to do what's best for you. I can't tell you what to do. But Larry pulled the trigger, and Larry was buying while he was at the airport, okay? So look at what this deal is about. Look at what could happen, and look where opportunities are. And you have to be a fireman and buy and just hold. All right, I'm gonna leave it right there. I'll see you guys over on Stocks with Josh's page. We're gonna dig deeper into this. I literally just flew home. And if you're new to this page, come and join us by hitting that like, subscribe, and notification bell. And if you really want to learn about the stock market, now's the time for you to start really consider buying Stock Up View, because you would be prepared and know what to do. And at the end of this, you're going to see that it is an opportunity, and you need to control your emotions, right? Remember, right after Liberation Day, it was a boom, V-shaped recovery. This may take a while. We don't know. But at some point, you're going to wish you had bought. All right? We'll see you. Live, love, laugh, and learn.